The Straw Hat Pirates have arrived at Dressrosa, and they discover a town filled with living, breathing toys. In my review of One Piece, episode 630. My guess is when the creator of One Piece was writing this arc, he just got done drinking a mushroom and acid colada, because this was a ridiculous episode, but it introduced a few elements which I think made it really interesting. First and foremost, the Straw Hats have just arrived at Dressrosa, and they discovered this town called Acacia, and Acacia is inhabited by normal people, and it's also inhabited by actual living toys. We're talking wind-up soldiers, teddy bears, robots, monkeys. It runs the gamut. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's also creepy as hell. It's like the Island of Misfit Toys, but it's more like the Island of Nightmare Fuel. But the only thing I kept thinking about was when I saw this one woman and this other toy, they had a baby. How the fuck did that happen? The other cool part about this episode is that the most badass members of the Straw Hat crew got a nice costume change. They have these slick black suits and they have fake mustaches and beards. And if history has taught us anything, it's that beards make anything more badass. They make you into a sexual tyrannosaur. By far one of the most interesting and dominating parts of this episode is that they introduce this brand new character who's this weird blind guy. And when they first introduced this guy for the first time, it is a huge, tense build-up. If you ever wanted to watch a guy walk downstairs for like 5 hours, this is the episode for you. But it's really tense because Zoro obviously suspects that there's something up with this guy. He's really powerful, possibly, but all he really wants to do is gamble, and that's where the last half of the episode takes place. In the last bit of the episode, Luffy and the gang are trying to get a little bit of information at this bar, and that's where this blind guy went to play roulette. And he is dominating. He is winning left and right, and everybody around him is just winning tons of money. And that's when I'm guessing, like, the owners of this establishment are like, okay, this guy is not going to clean us out. So they send this one Foxy Crew, like, reject out. I only say that because he's got this ridiculous mask. And he decides to play against this guy. And essentially he keeps lying to him because he's blind. He keeps calling white, but the other dude says that he's actually calling black. And this is where the episode sort of ends, where this one blind dude is going to bet everything that he has on this one final roll. That's when we get our classic to be continued screen. And I have no idea what to think about this guy. I don't know how important he's going to be to this arc. I don't know what sort of role he's going to play. Zoro hinted that he's possibly going to be very powerful, and that's because when he was walking down the stairs, he had his swords ready to go to fight this guy. But at the same time, I'm not sure if this guy's playing dumb right now. I don't know if, like, he really realizes he's about to lose everything, or maybe he's about to trick them and he's going to turn the tables and end up taking all of their money from them, which would be a pretty nice twist. But otherwise, this was a fantastic beginning to the Dressrosa arc. The brand new concept of the Island of Toys, like I said, is both terrifying, funny, and awesome at the same time, and it's completely different from anything that I've seen from the rest of the series, and that's really typical for One Piece. It just shows how creative they can be. The other things that I liked were the beards. Obviously, they're both funny and they're badass at the same time. I mostly thought that when I saw Zoro with his mustache. I'm like, I want to laugh, but I wouldn't want to fuck with that guy either. That's the kind of appearance that it really gives out, and I just think that's really awesome. Just the sheer amount of creativity from the differentiating looking toys and all of the cool animation cues and everything. If I only had one complaint with this episode, it's probably that the first half was a little slow. There's a lot of Straw Hat shenanigans, but if you're into that type of stuff, you're probably going to dig it. But the most important part of this episode is probably this new character that they're introducing. I don't know what he's going to do. I really can't tell if he's going to be an ally or not, especially because of the way that Zoro judged him. But I guess I'm just going to have to keep watching to find out. So, because of that, I'm going to give this week's episode a 9 out of 10. Just going to drop it down a little bit because of that slow stuff at the start. But if you're following the series, definitely check this one out because it's the beginning of a crazy drug-induced arc, which is just almost impossible to describe, and I cannot wait to see some of the battles that are going to take place. The opening, too, this is the second week that they played it. It's really starting to grow on me now, and I'm really starting to like the imagery a lot more, especially the stuff at the end, because I don't read the manga. I don't know what's going to be happening in this Dressrosa arc, so seeing it unfold like this is always a lot of fun. So if you guys had a chance to check out this week's episode of One Piece, I'd love to hear what you guys thought about it. You could tell me about your favorite moments, maybe what you thought about these creepy toy people, what's up with the blind dude, what he's going to do. You can let me know in your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, make sure and hit that like button so you can give this video a thumbs up. Definitely one of the best ways to support our videos. I'm really not kidding there, guys. And you should subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So, I'll see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.